Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's movement class. So today's class will be a fusion of Pilates and yoga brought together. And in today's class, we will be focusing on just exploring what movement is available in our bodies today. So there will be a little bit of strength-based work. So there will be moments where it'll feel as challenging as you want it to feel. But I would invite you to come to class today with a sense or an intention of just seeing what your body is able to do for you today. So we're just looking to see range of motion. We're looking to explore mobility. It's not really necessary that the movements be perfect. We're just looking to see what kind of movement is available in our bodies today. So in light of that, let's start on the floor. And we'll start with a little bit of work in seated. So if it's available to you, I'll encourage you or invite you to come to sit on the floor. If you feel like you need a little bit of extra support, you could use a chip block or a bolster under your seat to allow you to lift your hips a little bit. This will give you a little bit better facility in sitting. It will open up the hips and it just gets the hips above the knee joint, which can make it a little bit more comfortable for those of us who tend to be a little bit tighter in the low back. If cross-legged is not available for you, then you might choose to sit with your legs extended or with your knees slightly bent. So whatever option you need to do for your body today, please feel free to explore that. So let's just start with an awareness of breath. So you might choose to close your eyes here, or you might choose to soften the gaze, allowing the eyes to be open, but just perhaps casting the gaze downward so that you're not actually looking or trying to see your surroundings or receive information from your surroundings. Just using a softened gaze to encourage your focus to move internally. And just take a moment to allow the breath to settle. And by settle, what I mean is allowing yourself to notice the inhalations and exhalations that are happening right now. And not trying to change your breath in any way, just simply noticing, for example, if the breath is short, then noticing that the breath is short. If the breath is long, simply noticing the breath is long. If you're not already doing so, you might choose to explore the sensation of breathing solely through the nose, noticing how that feels. And if for whatever reason that feels uncomfortable, maybe you're a little bit congested, or maybe you don't feel like you're able to get enough oxygen for whatever reason, then feel free to open your mouth and breathe through the mouth or through the nose and through the mouth, whatever feels most comfortable for you. You might choose to start to lengthen the breath now, taking a fuller inhalation and a longer and fuller exhalation. And you might notice perhaps that the mind starts to slow down. You might notice that you start to become a little bit more present as the breath starts to slow down and soften. So we're just going to start with some side bending motions. If your eyes were closed, you might choose to open the eyes or widen the gaze. Hands can come down at the floor. And I will encourage you to start to just notice which leg is in front. So if your right leg is in front, just know that it's in front so that when I ask you to change your legs, you'll change your legs. All right, so here we go. With that, my right leg is in front, so I'm going to start with my left arm. Inhaling the left arm to the sky and exhaling to side bend. And the goal is not to find the deepest stretch here. The goal is just to start creating a little bit of movement and then inhaling up and then exhaling. So we're not trying to explore into the deepest range of motion. We're just starting to get a little bit of movement happening. So if you're able to do this with very little stretching tension, then I would encourage you to do that. So rather than going in for the deepest stretch right off the top, let's just start to move the body within the boundaries that is available to us in this moment. Let's do a couple more times. Inhaling here, and then exhaling. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Let's switch the legs. And we'll do the same thing 3 times on each side. Maybe explore what it feels like to direct the sitting bones down into the floor as you move into your side bend. Maybe noticing if you're going a little further than you did the first few rounds. Inhaling, exhaling. And again, just breathing in a way that feels natural and comfortable for you. It doesn't need to be in a specific pattern at this point. We're just exploring. All right, let's come up onto hands and knees. And we're going to move into a little bit more of our traditional cat stretch. So to start off, let's just come onto a 4-point kneeling position. And we can begin with a little bit of abdominal activation. So thinking about finding our most neutral position with our lower back. So that's going to be a position that is not significantly rounded here, nor is it arched. So trying to explore, find something in the middle. And then taking your awareness to the lower part of the abdomen, down low by the pubic bone. So again, that lower belly. And just imagining that you have a pair of slim fitting pants. And you're just going to gently, as you exhale, drawing that lower belly up towards, back up towards inside the body. So we're just gently pulling that lower navel up. And we're going to do so without changing the position of our back. So once you find neutral, allow yourself to settle in neutral. Shoulders can move away from the ears, the chin's tucked down slightly so that we're not dropping our head down. Taking a breath through the nose. And I find it helpful to exhale from pursed lips as you draw that lower abdominal area, that lower belly up in towards the spine. Pause here as you inhale. And then as you exhale, really let the belly go, let gravity take over and let it draw the belly down, but see if you can do that without arching your back. So see if you can stay neutral here. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhaling. And then exhaling, drawing in through that lower abdomen. You might even feel if there's a cinching of the waistlines toward the midline of the body. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Letting it go. 2 more times, taking your breath. Exhaling and drawing through that lower midsection, that lower navel, pardon me. Inhaling here. And then exhaling, letting it go. All right, moving this into the cat stretch. Let's just take a second to sit back, come off the wrists. And actually, we can explore a little bit of movement here. So just starting to rock back and forth. You can allow the abdomen to be soft, or you could maintain that core connection, totally up to you. Just allowing yourself a little bit of movement here through the knees, a little bit of movement. There's going to be an increased pressure through the ankles, shoulders, a little bit of release through the wrists. And then if you need to, you could always come into kneeling and just circling the hands to release tension through the wrists. So coming back down for the cat stretch, coming to neutral. And again, I invite you to perhaps let go of the idea of using this workout to create a lot of strength and a lot of force, and use it more as an exploration of what's available in your body today. Okay, so just softening it up a little bit so that we're not pushing our body to its limits or pushing it beyond what it's able to do naturally, which can happen sometimes when we get super focused on creating a lot of strength-based movement. So coming to neutral, let's take a breath, and we're just going to engage that lower core. And then we're going to start with our cat stretch. So we'll inhale to prepare. And then starting from the tailbone, start to draw that navel in really strongly and firmly up towards the spine as the tail tucks under, one vertebrae at a time, rounding through the back. The head gently lowers. Pause here for a breath. And then start to unravel, starting from the tailbone, sending the tail away, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders down the spine, head comes to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in, tuck the tail under, rounding through the back, one vertebrae at a time, head gently lowers, holding that core as you breathe in. And then exhaling. So we're just coming to neutral today. We're gonna not move into cow form. We're not gonna move into the arch, just coming to neutral. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling, tucking the tail under, rounding through the back. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale, reaching the tail away as you draw the shoulders away from the ears and come to neutral. All right, now we're going to come into seated, and we're going to have the knees bent in front of us with the feet on the floor, and using the hands underneath the knee joint or on the top in front of the kneecap, your choice. You can use your hands by pressing them into your shins and using that to encourage the length. So it's like you're using that to leverage your spine long. If you needed to, you could slide your heels out and pick up your toes, depending on what the mobility is like in your ankle joint. And hold this length here as you inhale. And then gently engaging through that midsection. Holding that connection here, take a breath in. And exhale. And I know it's not always the most comfortable or easy position to assume, but again, we're just exploring here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. So let's add a forward stretch to this. So hold here as you inhale. Now, as you exhale, let's draw the navel in a little bit deeper, like we did with the cat stretch, but this time let the back roll forward. Head hangs down. Inhale here. And then exhale, stacking up one vertebrae at a time, shoulders down the spine, reaching through the crown. Inhaling again. Exhale, drawing that navel really deep to create that C curve as we start to roll forward, pulling your tummy in away from the inside of your pants. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale. Oh, let's roll it up. We're going to add a half roll back. So inhale here. As you exhale, let's create the C curve. So let the tail tuck under as you round through the lower back, halfway back, just halfway. Inhale here. Now, as you exhale, use your abdominal muscles to hold that C curve as you roll forward. Inhale and stack, back to neutral. Exhale, C curve, half roll back. You can use your hands to support you. Pulling that navel down through the midline. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in, roll forward. Again, remember, we're just exploring. Inhale, nice and tall. Keep the feet pressing into the floor. Exhale, roll halfway back. Keep pressing those toes down. Inhale. Exhale, remember, we're not trying to power through. We're just seeing what kind of movement is available. Inhale here. Now, here's an adaptation. If you'd like to join me, we're going to roll all the way down. So as you exhale, using that core, slowly start to roll down. You might need to take your hands to the floor to help you along, or use your hands on your thighs and slowly roll down all the way. Now, this is a little bit too far away from me, so I'm going to walk my feet in a little bit closer, and we're going to go into the half roll up. If the half roll up is not available to you today, then please use your arms to help press into the floor and bring yourself to sitting in a safe and controlled manner. So for those of us that can do the half roll up, you can follow along with me. Hands are going to come to the ceiling with the shoulders relaxed down. The core is engaged. The pelvis is neutral. Inhale to nod the chin. As you exhale, reaching the hands forward, start to lift the upper body as if someone's got your fingertips, and use those abdominal muscles to roll forward. Inhale tall. And then exhale, slowly roll down with control all the way down. Again, we're just seeing what is available to us today. If you have room behind you, you can take your hands a little bit behind your head on a bit of an angle. They don't have to go all the way to the floor. Just make sure that as your arms go back, that rib cage doesn't arch here. We want to keep that closed. Let's do 3 more. Inhaling, chin nod, chin nod, hands to the sky. Exhale, press forward with the hands. Inhale nice and tall. And then exhale. Hands on a diagonal, keep the rib cage closed. Inhale, chin nod, hands to the sky. Exhale. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, roll down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, chin nods, hands to the sky. Exhale. Inhale tall. Exhale, roll down. All the way down. Let's do 1 more. Hands to the sky. Inhale, nod the chin, working slowly. Exhale. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, let's roll all the way down. And then just bring the arms down and around to your side. Walk your feet back so that they're a little bit closer towards your sitting bones. And we're going to move into the hip rolls to help release through the front of the hips. So the legs are about hip width apart, feet are pressing down, arms are pressing down. If you know that you like to let your knees splay open, really press down through the big toe mound of your foot. So you're really pressing down through that inside edge. That's going to turn on the inside edge of your legs. It's going to keep your legs in parallel. So we're going to do the hip roll here. So inhale to prepare. As you exhale, the core is engaged. Rock the pelvis back into imprint. So use those abdominal muscles to rock your hips back. Then press through your feet, squeeze through your seat, and press those hips to the sky. Core is engaged. Keep everything connected. Inhale, think of reaching the knees forward. And then keeping those knees reaching forward, start to roll down up high behind your heart. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep reaching the knees forward. Legs stay parallel. Inhale into neutral. So today we're exploring mobility. So we're going to move slowly to give ourselves a chance to check out all of the nooks and crannies. Inhale again. Exhale, rocking the pelvis back. The goal is to create a little bit of strength and activation. Inhale, reach the knees long, but at the same time, we're trying to create length in the body. Exhale, slowly rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Pelvis comes to neutral. Keeping the shoulder blades rolled back, arms are long. Inhale here. Exhale, rocking the pelvis back. Pressing the hips to the sky. Hold here, core is reaching strong. Core is connecting strong. Knees are reaching forward. Inhale, stay. And then exhale, slowly roll down. Good. Pelvis comes to neutral. All right. Take a moment here as you inhale. Now, as you exhale, if you want, you can use your breath here, check in with your body. Just notice where you feel areas of tightness or tension, where you feel areas of openness. Again, The focus today is using these Pilates movements to create a sense of openness and length in the spine and in the body, looking for our greatest facility of movement. All right, we're going to bring the legs up and we're going to move into a little bit of upper back mobility, fixing your pants if you need to. So for this exercise, we're going to have our hands behind the head. So engaging the core in neutral and keeping that rib cage closed down so that as you take your hands behind the head, you're not going to arch through the middle of your back. So interlacing the hands behind the head. And again, just to illustrate, we don't want to have this arching happening. We want to try to keep ourselves relatively closed down, feeling the back of the ribs in contact with the floor. So we're going to start with a couple of ab preps, very simple. So core is engaged, feet are firm on the floor, pelvis is neutral. Inhale to nod the chin, looking towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. Exhale, let's flex up, supporting the head with the hands. You're not pulling on the neck. Let the head lay in the hands. Elbows can come forward a little bit here. Keep pulling the belly down. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale all the way down. Now, when you lay down, let the elbows open, but don't let the back arch. Okay, here we go. Inhale, nod the chin. Pulling the elbows slightly towards the ears. Exhale to flex up. Really pulling down the core. Trying not to imprint. Try to stay neutral, so don't ground your low back into the floor. Try to stay neutral here as you inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, flex up. Really pulling down on the core. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale, taking all the way down. So we're going to go into the super 7. So what's going to happen is we're going to do 7 pulses, and then we're going to work our way down from 7 to 1. Okay? If that sounds confusing, just follow my lead. Here we go. So inhale, nod the chin. Exhale to flex up. Hold that core. So you're going to inhale to come back part way. Exhale, flex up for 7. Pull that tummy down. Inhale to come back part way. Exhale, flex up for 6. Stay neutral. Don't let that pelvis tilt. Inhale back. Exhale for 5. Inhale back. Exhale for 4. Inhale back. Exhale for 3. Inhale back. Exhale for 2. Inhale back. Exhale for 1. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, take it all the way back. Keep the ribcage closed, elbows open. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, flex up. Going for 6. Inhale back, exhale for 6. Inhale back, exhale for 5. Go slow. Really think about pulling that navel down. Exhale for 4. Almost touch down, but not quite. Exhale for 3. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Pause here. Inhale. Exhale. Take it all the way back. It's a tiny movement, but it's super effective. Keep that core engaged. Don't let the rib cage open. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, flex up for 5. Inhale back. Exhale for 4. Inhale back. Exhale for 3. Really pull that tummy down. Inhale back. Exhale for 2. Inhale back. Exhale for 1. Inhale, stay. Exhale, take it down, but keep that core engaged. Go slow. We're looking for a little bit of abdominal work here. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale for 3, or for 4, pardon me. Inhale back. Exhale for 3. Inhale back. Hold the core. Exhale for 2. Inhale back. Exhale for 1. Inhale, stay. Exhale, take it all the way back. Really conscious control here. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale for 3. Inhale back. Exhale for 2. Inhale back. Exhale for 1. Inhale, stay. Exhale all the way back. Hold the core, elbows open. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale for 2. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale all the way back. One more left. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, flex up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, take it all the way down. Release the arms. Let the legs slide. Pause for a moment. Stay here as you inhale. Stay here as you exhale. Stay here as you inhale. Stay here as you exhale. All right. We're going to just do a couple of full roll-ups. So if full roll-up is not in your repertoire, then please go back to the half roll-up that we did at the start of class. If full roll-up is something that you've been doing or you'd like to try, then bring the legs together, flex the feet, point the toes to the ceiling, and make the legs really strong. Now, I will add a little note here. If you have any lower back issues, the full roll-up may not be your best choice. So you could sit up and do a couple of half rollbacks like we did at the beginning, or maybe just do the half roll-up yourself, okay? So choose the option that feels best in your body. Again, it's not about strength, it's about what feels best. So let's take the hands towards the head. Inhale, hands to the sky, lift the head. Exhale, let's roll up. Scoop, 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 scoop. Let's reach. Now we're gonna hold the scoop to roll down. Exhale, we're gonna roll down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, nod the chin, hands to the sky. We're gonna roll up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep scooping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the sky, nod the chin. Exhale, roll up. 10, 9, last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then arms come down at your side. Moving into the spine twist, I'm just gonna spin around so you can see what I'm doing. So for a spine twist, legs can be extended. You also have the option of crossing the legs if you know that you have a tighter lower back and it's difficult for you to sit up, or you could put a block underneath your seat and you could sit to the front edge, which will lift your hips. So here we go. We're gonna explore a little bit of movement and rotation. This is the first time we've done this today. So let's take our arms in front of us with our elbows bent, almost like you're hugging a big tree. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale to prepare. Squeeze the legs together, sit tall. And as you exhale, we're gonna rotate to the right. Bend the right elbow as you exhale. Nothing else moves. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale, come to center. Let's go to the left. Exhale. Sit tall, sit tall. Inhale, come to center. Try not to sink down as you rotate. Think of a corkscrew. And as you rotate, you're pulling up. Let's go to the right side. Exhale. Inhale, just exploring rotation here. Exhale, bend the left elbow so that you're gonna feel a little bit of work behind the left shoulder blade. Inhale. So you can stay here or you can add the 3 breaths. So it's gonna be here, inhaling, and it's gonna be exhale, 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 inhale, center. Exhale, 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 inhale, center. If you wanted to, you could take the arms out to the side, makes it a little bit harder. Exhale. Inhale, no momentum. Exhale. Keep the legs still, feet are flexed. Inhale, squeeze those legs together. 2 more times each side. Exhale. Inhale, center. Other side, exhale. Inhale, center. 1 more time each side. Inhale, center. Last time, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, take your arms down. We're gonna go into the spine stretch forward. So stay where you are. I'm just gonna change my position so you can see what's happening. Take your legs a little bit wider, about mat width apart, and hands can come on the knees. Again, this is uncomfortable. Feel free to bend your knees or sit up on a block. Hands are going to be on the thighs. Press down into the hands, into the thighs to sit tall. And imagine that you've got a belt attached across your midline, lower abdominal area, and it's attached into a wall behind you. So it's only the upper back that's going to stretch. So we're going to inhale, nod the chin. As you exhale, start to round through the upper back, middle back, lower back does not come forward. Keep the hips stacked. Inhale here. And then exhale, one vertebrae at a time. Stack up like you're stacking up against a brick wall. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, nod the chin. Again, remember, we're exploring mobility here. Exhale. Scooping, scooping, scooping. Inhale here. And then exhale, stack it up. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. And then exhale, stacking it up. Good. Bringing your legs together and taking your hands just behind your hips. So I like to have my hands turning out to the side or turning back, rolling the shoulder blades back. Some people like to have their fingers pointing forward. I find that that's really uncomfortable. I prefer to have my hands directly out to the side, rolling back. So this is going to be this can be very challenging for people. So we're going to start with our knees bent, and we're just going to do a reverse leg pull front. So basically it's like a reverse tabletop position, rolling the shoulder blades back, exhaling to engage the core, pulling that tummy in nice and firm. Again, we're just working on a little bit of mobility here. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, just start to press down through your feet, gather your core, press the hips up, holding the core here as you inhale, and then exhale, take it down. Super simple. Keep rolling the shoulder blades back. This can be a big shoulder stretch, so please take a break, come out of the position as you need to. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale to press, holding onto the core. Activating the whole back line of the body. Stay here as you inhale, holding that core. And then exhale, take it down. 100% honesty, I don't like this move. I find it challenging for my body, but it doesn't hurt, it's just hard. So I decided to add it back in. Inhale, 2 more times. Exhale to press. Inhale, stay. Press down with those feet. Exhale, take it down. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale to press. Inhale, stay. And then exhale to take it down. Super. Coming up, giving those shoulders a bit of a roll. And then we're just going to come down onto our abdomens for a little bit of work in prone. So making your way to the floor. And we're going to start with the lower part of the body. So you can come down and you might choose to stack your hands and place your forehead down, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the legs behind you. Again, we're using Pilates today to explore, lengthen the body. It's okay for, there will be definitely some strengthening happening, but again, we're looking at trying to keep the body long. So the movements are done a little slower and they're a little bit more subtle. As you exhale, engaging that midsection away from the floor, so pulling the navel, the sense that you're pulling the navel away from the mat. So not letting your belly just relax on the floor. Keep thinking of pulling that up. Take your attention to the right leg as you inhale, and then as you exhale with the leg straight, think of lifting from your seat to lift that leg up. Inhaling. Exhale to take it down. Really think of squeezing through the seat. And when you bring the leg down, keep it strong. So front thigh is activating. Exhale, left leg reaches. Inhale, keeping the core engaged, trying not to have too much lateral movement side to side. Exhale. Inhale down. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, again, reaching the leg. It's almost more of a reach than it is a lift. Really thinking about trying to reach with those toes. Inhale down. Exhale, right leg.
Inhale. See if you can keep the leg on the floor strong as you lift the opposite leg. Exhale. Left side. Inhale down. Exhale, right side. Inhale down. Last time, left side. Inhale down. Keep those legs on strong. And let's bring our hands wider than our mat, palms down, about level with our ears, for a little bit of breaststroke. So let's roll the shoulder blades back here as we inhale. Legs are strong, core is engaged. As you exhale, let's just drag the nose, come up. We'll do a couple of preps first. So keeping the head in line with the spine. You don't want to be jutting the chin forward, drawing the chin down here as you inhale. Again, imagine creating length through the neck and the upper back, and then exhale to come down, lengthening as you come down, shoulders relax. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Nice and slow. Back to basics here, working on that length that was so important to Joseph Pilates, really looking at lengthening the body, creating some really good contraction control. Exhale to come down. All right, we're going to come into our regular breaststroke. So as you inhale, you're going to roll the shoulder blades back, reach the arms at your side, pull the head off of the floor. And then as you exhale, pull the elbows in, reach the arms in front, and dive. Inhale, sweep the arms back and extend. I hope you have more space than I do. Exhale and reach. Diving down. Inhale. If you can, try not to touch the floor when you dive. Exhale, little hover. Hold that core. Inhale, press the arms back, reach them back. Legs are strong. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. The whole back body is activating. Exhale to come down. Let's do two more. Press back as you inhale. And then exhale. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the head down, hands down, relax the legs. Take it a little bit side to side here. So taking the hips side to side starts to slow the nervous system down. Shoulders away from the ears. Couple relaxing breaths in through the nose. Maybe out through the mouth with a little sigh. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. So again, we're really focusing on the quality of our movements here as opposed to the quantity of the movement. You might find that this is a little more fatiguing on your brain as you work to get as precise as possible in your movements. All right, we're going to move into our side lying Buddha. So we'll do the left side first. So you're going to turn over onto your left side and have your hips, your shoulders, your ankles, and your knees all in a long line. Now, if you have a sensitivity in the neck, feel free to keep your head down. Otherwise, if you have the mobility and you're able to do so today, you can take your hand and place your head into your hand. And rather than letting the side body sink down into the mat, press so that you're pressing into that elbow and forearm. So there's a little bit of a pickup. I'm not saying that you're going to clear the floor, but you're not just relaxing down into the mat. There's a little bit of muscle action happening here. So we're activating the top side obliques. We're also activating through the lat on the left side. Now take the right arm, place it alongside the torso, shoulders roll back, pressing out. See if you can soften your gaze here and keep the legs strong. And just notice with the core connected, just noticing the little orchestra of minuscule movement that your body is creating to maintain the balance here. Stay here as you inhale. Stay here as you exhale. And stay here as you inhale. And exhale. One more time. Really drawing the legs together, pressing the feet out. And then exhale, relax. And then just turning over to do the other side. I'm going to flip end to end so that you can continue to see the front of my body. And same thing. So lining yourself up. Shoulder, hip, and knee. Hand can come underneath. Again, you can rest the head down if you know you have some neck sensitivity, but if it feels okay for you, you might choose to rest your head in your hand, pressing down into the floor, squeezing the legs together.
And then just taking this top arm alongside the torso. And as we pause here in our sleeping Buddha or our side-lying Buddha, maybe that's a better word, just noticing the activation that happens, keeping the legs glued together, shoulders away from the ears, tummy activated. Staying here as you inhale and exhale. Just noticing how this subtle form has so many things happening. And it's such a good posture to check in with, because some days I feel like I'm super, super still and it's super accessible. And then there's other days where I just can't stop wobbling. So it's a fun form to use as a sort of check-in with how your body is responding to your cues, both internal and external. Super. And then we're going to transition to standing, but to do that, I'm going to invite you to roll over onto your stomach if that's available to you. You could choose to just come into standing in your most easily or readily available manner. But if you'd like to join me, we'll do just a gentle little strength form here. So we're going to move into upward stretch or downward facing dog. Hands are going to go under the shoulders, toes can be curled under. Exhale as you engage your core, and then as you're ready, press down into your hands to lift your chest, lift your hips, lift up, and then just set yourself back into your reverse, like your inverted V or your up stretch or downward facing dog. And just take a moment here to play. Your heels don't need to touch the floor, right? Just see what's available. Maybe you want to use this as a calf stretch. Maybe you want to walk your hips side to side. Just accessing as much movement as feels right for you. We're going to end in standing today with just a very simple balance posture. So let's move into standing. My invitation is to bend the knees and start to walk the hands back, pressing the heels down, and then bending the knees quite significantly. Take your hands onto your thighs and just bring your upper body into a flat position, just allowing our blood pressure to stabilize here. And then as you're ready, just drawing the navel in and rolling all the way up, fixing your clothes as needed. And we're just going to do a little bit of balance, really good for the brain, really good for resetting the nervous system. So very simple movement. We're just going to, the movement is going to be an invitation here for you to rise up onto your toes as you take your arms out to shoulder height. So those two things will be happening simultaneously. So let's just start by pressing and sensing our feet into the floor. Just noticing contact points, noticing how that feels. And then with a soft gaze, but with open eyes, because that's probably safer, let's just start by starting to rise up onto the toes as the arms come out to shoulder height. Balancing here. Trying not to let the heels wing out, trying to find equal pressure through all of the toe joints, and then come down. If you wanted to connect this to breath, we could inhale to rise up. Exhale to rise to lower. Now, if you wanted to increase your arm movement, you could take your arms above your head, inhale to rise. Exhale to come down. Let's do one more, inhale to rise. Exhale to come down. All right, we're just gonna take that one step further and we're gonna do a single leg balance. So the action, the strength leg or the stability leg will be the right leg. So taking your knee up to 90 degrees as you take your arms out to the side at the same time, again, as we did before, but just single leg. So inhale, you're gonna take that knee up, arms out, and then exhale to come down. Keeping that foot flat as if you were stomping on something. Let's try that again. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, come down. So now we're just gonna add a little twist here. Inhale, let's rise up. And let's twist towards the left knee, holding that balance. And then come to center. And then twist away from the left knee. And then come to center. And then exhale down. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Here we go. So left leg is the strength leg. Let's go. Inhale, rise up. Noticing the difference between sides, perhaps. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Let's pause here. Let's do gentle rotation. Ooh, gentle rotation to the right. Noticing the difference in balance. Wow, really different for me on this side. Inhale, come to center. Ooh, let's go left side. Keep pressing that right knee up. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, come down. We'll end with a roll forward. So I'm just going to turn sideways so that you can see what's going on here. So for this roll down, I would like you to be light in the heels. In other words, I want there to be a little bit more weight in the front of your toes. You're not solely on your toes, but your weight is shifted forward. So what you could imagine that you're standing at the edge of a diving board backwards. So the water is behind you. So it's like you're inching your heels off the edge of the board and your toes are pressing in, right? So there's definitely a little bit more weight in the front of the body, just activating through that core, shoulders are down the spine. Here we go. We're going to take the arms up to the sky. Now, as you exhale, let's nod our chin, turn our palms down as if you're going to dive forward, really pulling that navel in. And all that rolling stuff we did at the beginning, let's do it here. So this is just a standing version of the roll down. Here we go. Inhale, bending your knees as much as you need to. Exhale, let's rise up. Shoulders are strong and shoulders are away from the ears. Arms are strong, nice and tall. And then exhale, press the air away as you come to stand. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, scooping the air up. Toes taking most of the weight of the body. Palms forward, nod the chin, roll forward, really curve the spine. Really use those abdominals to create C-curve. You're balancing on the edge of your diving board, bending the knees if that feels better for your low back, coming as far down as feels right for you. Inhale at the bottom. Draw those shoulders away from your ears, strengthen your arms, press into your legs. Roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. And then exhale. Take the arms down. All right, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this Pilates / little bit of yoga class. Again, the focus of today's class was to have a sense of length in the body, to explore the facility of movement. Not all of the movement classes need to be hard. The body doesn't always need to be pushed to its limit to be able to make gains. Sometimes moving a little bit more slowly and a little bit more precisely will give you a better idea of what your body is able to create for you. Sometimes the body needs a little bit more time to adjust to the movements that you're requesting it to perform. And so I encourage you to come back to this program again and again in its full form or in bits and pieces. Very many of these can be drawn out and you can use them at the start of the day or at the end of the day to help you explore what's available for you in your own physical body. So other than that, folks, thanks so much. I will see you next time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your support. And I hope that you have a great day. Take care.